Boys, we're so back. So this video is gonna be a bit of an update to a post on my channel. Originally this was also supposed to be a post, but well, there wasn't any videos in a while, and I don't exactly wanna discover that I hit the character limit on a post again. So I think it's gonna be a bit more fun to just record this and talk about what's been going on in the background and some new content that's coming in the future, I hope. Alright, so let's start with the details. What's most important is like a post I did in January, I think. But I'm gonna go a bit more into detail about that and what happened in the future. But at the start I want to explain a bit of a backstory that I had a problem with my PC for quite a long time. So, for the past like 3 years, I would say, basically since I upgraded my PC, I've had a problem where my PC would just randomly crash, my screen would freeze, the sound effect would just replay of what was played last time before crashing, and I couldn't do anything about it. I would have to hard reset my PC with the power switch, and there wasn't really any way of me discovering how this crash would happen. Sometimes it would just randomly appear when I was playing games, sometimes it would appear when I was watching YouTube, editing videos, watching some video on like Discord. Nothing was consistent about it. And it was quite annoying, because the lack of consistency about why did it happen made it really difficult for me to discover how to fix it. Because if there was an easy way to make it reappear every time, then I could test some things like, is it the fault of the RAM? I could change RAM, make the consistent method happen, and I could see, does it crash? No? Okay, it's the fault of the RAM. And this crash also appeared when I was putting the PC back to sleep, or just putting the PC to sleep. If I would wake it up, it would just not wake up at all, which was quite annoying because I often put my PC to sleep just to read some mangas. So yeah, that's the problem. And I was really trying to discover how did this crash even happen. I was looking at the like Windows error log or event viewer, how it's called. I was slowly fixing every problem that was appearing there before a crash, and I ended up with just PC suddenly shut down without any previous thing. PC suddenly turning on, which of course is gonna happen because I cannot work with my PC. I need to hard shut it down to make it work again. It was most likely a problem with hardware because nothing in software was appearing as a problem, which was a bit of a big deal because let me list off what it could have been down to as a problem with my hardware. It could be fault of the RAM by just reading some data wrong and it crashing my PC because, I don't know, some important data didn't got corrupted or something like that. It could be the fault of my disk because, yeah, again, data read wrong or saved wrong and corrupted data crashes my PC. It could be fault of my processor because it, I don't know, maybe fried itself by drawing too much electricity. Not fun. It could be fault of my GPU. Although this one is the least likely because why would it be the fault of the GPU? I already had a faulty GPU before. I had it returned and replaced. And it never happened during like it happened during games, but it wasn't the main reason why it happened. So like, it's not really likely that it was the fault of GPU. Or maybe it was the fault of motherboard because, yeah, it could be the reason behind either powering a processor wrong, or CPU, how you wanna call it. It could be not working well with RAM, or drawing energy wrong from PSU. It could also be the fault of PSU by not, giving enough electricity or giving too much and frying everything. And that was kind of frustrating because this crash was appearing like hours after you turn on the PC. Sometimes even days of being turned on. So, like, it was impossible for me to give it to someone, being like, hey, can you replace slowly every part and see what's wrong, what's causing the issue? Because for them, maybe it would work for like 20 hours perfectly, nothing wrong. They would give it back to me, being like, okay, nothing is wrong after I replaced RAM, for example. And then my PC would just crash because, yeah, it's something's wrong, but just how do you make it happen? No clue. So that's how we get to our first post I did in January. In January, the first week of the new year, great start, I updated my, BIOS of my motherboard. Because that was the last thing I thought of. It was like BIOS from 2024. So it was a bit behind because now it was 2026 and I wanted to replace that. So hey, maybe it's gonna work. Then I had my PC turned on for a couple of days. I put it to sleep because I wanted to read some manga. I turned it on and it didn't want to turn on. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary. I just put my PC down with a power switch, and then I turn it on again. So my PC turned on, and my PC turned off. Then my PC turned on, then my PC turned off. I was pretty confused about that. I mean, my PC had problems before, but not really something like this before. So I took off the covers and looked at the motherboard, and it was growing for CPU and DRAM. And both of those warnings, not the best news for me, because my CPU is i9 like Gen, I think 10 or 11, Intel of course. And that one goes for like 2,000 PLN, $500, I would say. Yeah, not exactly a big fan of replacing that. But hey, positives. It could be the RAM. Oh wait, I just remembered. RAM skyrocketed in price like 500%. Oh yeah, I have 32 gigabytes of DRAM 4. Oh, that's great. Yeah, either of those could be a problem. That's fun. But during that day, it was basically an hour that I couldn't give my PC to anyone to make it fixed, so that's a shame. Next day was a holiday, so I couldn't get that fixed next day either. So I was stuck with a not working PC for a couple of days. I gave it to IT guy, they fixed it, had to reset BIOS, which kind of made me spooked about whatever the fuck happened there. That was a problem. And apparently my motherboard just decided to say, fuck you guys, and disconnect my RAM, my CPU, I think my GPU as well, and just did jack shit. So resetting the BIOS somehow helped, and cool, now my PC worked again. Maybe that would fix the crashes. So after that, one detail about the crashes that was actually fortunate about this situation was that they never happened when I was recording videos, which was kind of the reason that I didn't try to find a solution too hard. Because being annoying to me personally, it's a bit of a nuisance. I'll try to find a reason why it happened, but it's not the end of the world. I can live with that. But if it happened during recordings and it happened consistently, it would be a big deal, because then, well, how the fuck do I record if I just crash my PC every time I record, you know? So after that, I thought everything was fixed. BIOS reset, PC worked after turning it to sleep and back on. Maybe everything got fixed. Hey, 2026 actually the W year? No, actually no, not at all. My PC just randomly crashed again, from time to time, you know, why not? And when I was recording the special for Valentine's Day, you won't believe what happened. My PC crashed when recording for the first time. Oh fuck, that's not good. And then the same day, when I was playing Terraria, it crashed again. And let me just say, remember how angry I was when playing Momodora against Lady in White? Let me say I was calm when during that recording. That was me at peace. When this crash happened, when I was playing Terraria, during the same day that it crashed, when I was recording, I was so ungodly pissed off. Like, this PC was so fucking annoying for years. And during the same day, it decided to piss me off twice. First, by fucking up my recording. Luckily, I have safeguards because my place often loses electricity, so I can get back recordings that crashed. Thank fucking God. But second, I lost like 15 fucking minutes of progress in Terraria. Sick. That's great. During the same day. That's awesome, man. And then, as if this PC was a bit too happy about how I felt, in February, my PC went to shit once again. I put it to sleep. It didn't wanna turn on. It just turned on its fucking fans to the max and was fucking spinning like it wanted to be a freaking airplane. And then I turn it off, turn it on, and it turns off, and it turns on, and it turns off, and it turns on. So at that point I was like, yep, I don't know what's wrong with this PC, but I definitely know that this motherboard can go fucking die. I will replace it no matter what. So I went to the IT guys and being like, okay, I want this motherboard to be replaced. I've been here a month ago. It went to shit once again. Please just replace it. So they've replaced it with something else. And I thought I would be finally at peace at this point. I can go back to editing. I can go back to making videos. Yes, the Valentine's special is gonna be a bit delayed because, well, what could I have done? Nothing really. So, I get my PC back, turn it on, with a new motherboard at this time. And it's some fucking, like, what it's called, Bitcoin miner motherboard? What the fuck? Was my reaction. But okay, whatever. Maybe I can live with this. Well, I really couldn't live with that because I moved my mouse after not moving it for like a second, and it would be frozen at my screen, and it would move after like a second. And like, this isn't like impossible to work with, but what is editing? You change something. You rewatch a clip, which means you wait for like a second for the clip to happen. Then you move your mouse to do something else. Do you see the problem? If my mouse lagged every time I wanted to edit something small, it would be impossible. I could do jack shit. My editing would go from like 3 hours per episode to like 6. I'm curious, what do you do in this club? We read books and discuss them. We read books and discuss them. In this club, we read books and discuss them, but we don't have many. But People don't but books and discuss them, but we don't have many members. People don't seem to like reading books, I guess. So I cannot really work with that. And the other thing that was wrong with this motherboard is that the fans were loud as fuck, bro. Like my PC, I can barely hear it over the sound. Oh, I should turn off my speakers. I can barely hear it over the like static sound of my speakers. So it's not really annoying. But this new motherboard, holy fuck, it was loud. I turned it off like as low as it can be. It was still louder than my previous PC. It was so incredibly annoying. And it costed me like 450 PLN. It wasn't cheap. It was fucking expensive. Like $100, bro. That's like 1/10 of my salary, monthly salary. Like, fuck that. I have to pay for something that's gonna drain me of my sanity. What the fuck? And also, for some godforsaken reason, when putting the PC to sleep or turning it off, it would make my speakers pop. And that's really strange, because my speakers are not directly drawing electricity from my PC. Specifically because I don't want them to pop when turning on my PC. So I don't even know how did that happen. How does this PC suck so much, this new motherboard suck so much, that it makes my speakers break over time by making them pop loudly. So, I went back with this PC, literally the same day, and I was like, okay, I cannot work with this PC. My mouse doesn't work with it. Please replace it with some other motherboard. It can be more expensive, I will pay. And they say to me, this is the only motherboard that's available to be bought, not secondhand, so we can't really do anything about that. So I come back with this PC, and I'm like, okay, maybe I was a bit agitated, because my previous PC broke down. Maybe I can work with this. No, I couldn't work with it. It was so incredibly fucking annoying. Bro, it was unworkable. The mere thought of working on videos with this piece of shit, nah. And me having to turn on my PC, see motherfucking Bitcoin every time. Oh my god, I spent like 10,000 PLN on this PC. And I need to look at motherfucking Bitcoin. It works like shit. It's loud as fuck. Nah, bro, like... even if I was a saint, no fucking way I will deal with that. There's no chance I can work with a PC like that. So I went to the dark web called the aftermarket, and I was looking for some like other motherboard. Maybe it would work better than this one. And I wasn't sure what to buy, because everything can be different. And the unlucky part was that I have the Intel, I don't remember, Gen 10, Gen 11. Like the last one with like slots 1200 LGE, I think it's called. Which is unfortunate, because if I had one gen after that, finding a motherboard would be so easy. It wouldn't be a problem at all. So at this point I was on a mission to find a motherboard that can fix my PC. And I was looking at them, and I had no clue what to choose. So I decided to go with the only reliable, my old motherboard. But this one works, so it's gonna be fine. So yeah, I bought the exact same motherboard that I had before. I think it's called like Tough Gaming 560 plus Wi-Fi, if you're wondering. It apparently worked, very good state, so that's perfect. I don't really mind, and it costed like 450 PLN, so exactly the same as the one I had in my PC at this point, so nothing really to lose, which is a positive, but not exactly a fun thing to spend like 1,000 on a PC on like the first month of the new year. So yeah, I bought this new motherboard. It was really icy during that day. I was able to not fall over with this motherboard in my hands. But I did fall over when I was in front of my house, which was a bit of annoying. But I went with this new motherboard to the IT guys. I said, please replace it. XOXO. Please and thank you. And then I didn't have my PC for a week. I was kind of confused because I think I gave it on like Monday or Tuesday. So I go there and I'm like, yo guys, where's my PC? I would like to have it back. And they're telling me it doesn't work. The new motherboard doesn't work with your PC. And I come back to my house and I'm like, oh fuck me. This year is fucking great. I've never experienced something better. Wow, this is awesome, man. So I waited another week. And they call me and they tell me, oh my god, this motherboard actually works. We had to... I don't remember what they had to do. I think they changed the BIOS in the motherboard to see if that will work. It didn't work with my PC or my discs. So they had to reinstall Windows 11 or again and just move all the data. But after another week, I had my PC back. It was glorious. It was marvelous. It was completely different than before. The reinstalled Windows 11... Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Microsoft was thinking when just updating some stuff, but it felt so strange to work with this PC right now, because it was like my old PC, but everything just slightly different. And like a good example of that was that my 10 terabyte HD disk that's for all the old footage that I have was renamed from F to G, I think. It was no longer my F, it was now my G, bro. So when editing anything, all the like footage that would be stored in that disk was going to somewhere completely else. So I had to like rename that disk again. But everything was seemingly working. My PC could be turned off and turned on. My PC could go to sleep and wake up without crashing. It was marvelous. It was the best thing I've ever saw. Whoa. I am so hard right now. Look at that. Oh my god. It just woke up from sleep. It's working. It's working perfectly. Oh, I cannot look down too much because you guys don't want to see that. Hey guys, don't look too much. But yeah, I had to like fix a lot of things. It's difficult to describe what the issues were with my PC at this point, because like my computer had programs installed, but they didn't appear in like my applications, let's say. So I had to sometimes uninstall and reinstall some things because they just didn't work correctly, like Paint. It's kind of funny, but something as basic as Paint, it didn't work because you're supposed to be able to like save the size of canvas in Paint, but it just always reset to some default. So like uploading some screenshot there were way more annoying than previously. Also like stuff like Steam images not loading, and it just told me your cookies are like in a mode that doesn't allow this image to appear. Click here to fix it. I clicked there, nothing appeared, nothing happened. So I had to uninstall somehow Steam and then reinstall it again, and it worked now. And I like one of the things I didn't reinstall is my editing program, so I hope it works. Prayers. Living on a prayer at this point. But yeah, now my PC is back to working somewhat. Like a Mandela Effect PC, I can say. And one thing I can tell about my new PC is that why the fuck is like this window so big, bro? Like, look at this. Previously, it was tiny. It was perfect. You could look at your like old things you clicked. Like, look at that. So like Endless Monday part 18 thumbnail. Like, look at how fire this looks. Why did we change all of this and now it takes the whole fucking screen? Like, look at my screen. Look at this window. What the hell? Previously, it was like up to half of this size. What's wrong with Microsoft, man? Like, Microsoft somehow is called Microsoft after software, but they don't know how the fuck to make the software to anything, apparently. But yeah, one thing about my new PC was that when looking at the like search bar, or I don't know how this is called, a lot of the things would be like DaVinci Resolve 2. And I was so confused about how and why did it appear like that. So I would be looking like this and okay, let me rename it to, instead of 1, I would rename it to default and it would be renamed to 1. And I had to discover this for like for like 2 hours, and it was hidden in some like fucking hidden folder about what appears in your toolbar. I didn't know that was a thing. Was fun to discover that at 2 a.m. And you might look at the date and be like, oh damn, he discovered that a while ago. Yeah, I wanted to do this video for a long time. But another topic that I can talk about is that my health is degrading with each passing day. And don't worry, I have a surgery that's gonna finally fix me after like more than a year of having problems with breathing and stuff like that. And it's in May of 2027. Oh my god. Yeah, and that's the express version. What the fuck? But I wanna talk about my health and stuff that I wouldn't normally mention in my videos because it's not really relevant to content I make. But here's a bit of a history about my degrading health and how it just kind of fucks me over when it comes to motivation to record videos at all. But it all started in like the Coma 2 Seoul station, I think it's called. When recording during that day, I had my nose stuffed and I couldn't breathe out stuff that was in there. So I just recorded the whole video with a full nose. After that point, it constantly was appearing and during recording, which, having your nose filled is not exactly great because it does change how you sound like. And that was kind of annoying, but whatever, I can live with that. At the end of like 2024, sorry. At the end of like 2024, when I was recording Fury and Milk Outside, my health just drastically took a turn for the worse. And now I constantly had this sticky goo, basically, in my nose and dripping down my throat. This really unpleasant mucus. And that's basically been with me since then. Every day I can feel it down my throat. I always have one nostril of my nose filled. I can basically never breathe naturally. And that's been really not fun when it comes to recording. Because, if my nose is stuffed, that's fine. I can always talk. But having this mucus in my throat basically means that I cannot use my voice. It's always in front of my Adam's apple, and I cannot control my voice at all. So it makes recording really difficult for me. and I have no control over it. I can blow my nose literally for an hour and nothing changes. Sometimes when I take a shower, I just can pull out something that's the size of a pinky finger, to be honest. And still feel like my nose is stuffed at that point. So yeah, it's... I've had this for a year, and I'm gonna have to live with this for another year. I don't even know if the surgery is gonna do anything, because I go to a doctor, they tell me, oh, it's probably the fault of this thing, go to another doctor. I go to another doctor, and they tell me, nah, it can be this thing, but it's probably the thing that the first doctor should tell you about. So I go to the first doctor again, and they tell me, nah, no way it can be this, bro, nah, no fucking way. I've been working at this job for 30 years, no way this could be the problem. And so now I have a surgery, they tell me, fuck knows if it's gonna work. So it's really... Yeah. And like, one thing about this is that it builds up pressure in my nose. That's like hitting against my bones. And every time, on some days when I speak, I always have an audible clicking sound behind my nose. Because something in there just has so much built pressure that some bones click against each other. And I cannot explain how fucking annoying that is. Like, having my whole recording be ruined not by me doing something wrong, but because there's some audible clicking sound. That shouldn't be there. Shouldn't be there at all. And going to a doctor for a year and having some kind of fucking reassurance that it's gonna be better, don't worry, would be fun, but I guess fucking my body hates me completely, and it's not gonna be fine ever. Fuck me, bro. It's so annoying. Because like, I wanna enjoy recording videos. I wanna, make videos, have fun. That's why I started, But now, when I turn on recording, I have to think, 1, is my nose filled? 2, is some mucus going down my throat? 3, am I gonna be able to just read what's on the screen? 4, is there gonna be an audible clicking sound behind my nose for the whole fucking video? So like, it's kind of difficult to enjoy recording when there's like 20 fucking things that can go wrong. That's not even my fault. It's just my body that decided to auto-destruct. And yeah, I hope no one watching this video is ever gonna be having same problems with breathing, because fuck me. I can understand why people go mad over chronic pain, and because this, I would say, is on the same fucking level. Every day you wake up, you spit into like tissues for the whole fucking day. You try to breathe out whatever the fuck is in your nose for the entire day. If you are able to do something in there, nothing fixes itself. The next day it comes back, or the same day you're already back to the same state. And it just makes you go mad. And having this happen for the past fucking year, yeah, it's so annoying, because I just want to enjoy making videos about games like the part of the way. And instead I have to just pray that the recordings go well, because I have no control over my voice. Whatever I sound like, it's just how my body wants it to sound like. It's not what I want it to sound like. So the fact that some videos sound correctly, like Milky Way Prince or the ending of the first playthrough of The Part of the Way with Laura, I'm so happy that they turned out correctly and how I wanted them to. Because I had no impact on that. It was just dumb fucking luck that those turned out well. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me personally for the past year when it comes to my health. Kind of fucking sucks. But now let's talk about the videos that are gonna be appearing on my channel. I'm not quite sure what's gonna be going on here. I have a couple of videos... Oh, wait. One thing I forgot about with my PC. When they gave it back to me in the with the new motherboard that actually works, my PC didn't have some applications like installed. Some things would be reset. So I kind of shot bricks when it comes to my editing software, DaVinci Resolve, that all the footage I was currently editing or edited, which includes one fully edited video that was supposed to come out really a while ago, would just be fucking poof, didn't exist. So that kind of scared me. But thankfully, some stuff got fucked. But my editing software, holy shit, it remembered everything. It was so perfect. It even remembered some custom fonts that I have on this PC that my PC didn't remember. Like, let me give you an example of that. Like the Pixel, which is the pixelated art style. But I want to show it here with my Affinity Photo program. Where is it? Oh, right. I can look at some Curse of the Dead Gods. So, oh, sorry. I did that in the wrong order. So, let's look at this image of Curse of the Dead Gods part 12. Here we have a custom font, which is Mayan, I think it's called. And it looks different than my average basic font, which is more I think I use that here. Yeah, this is my... I don't remember what it's called, but it's a default Microsoft one. So, because I don't have these fonts downloaded on my PC right now, or installed, my image editing software makes this go to this. And this is the what's called question mark Mayan. No, I wanted to... What's my Microsoft in bold? That's my usual font. But yeah, we can see this exact same thumbnail, but with this font, which is some default one. It's so weird. So I had to reinstall some of these fonts, and now I have them all here if someone wants to use them. So yeah, that's cool that even my DaVinci Resolve, which is the editing software for videos, remembered all of them. So I didn't even have to search too hard in trying to remember them, which is nice. And that was really useful, because otherwise it would be kind of difficult for me to bring back all the fonts that I use from time to time. Oh, I also want to talk about adventure with my photo editing software, because I use Affinity Photo 2.0, and this software was broken when I had my PC back, so I had to reinstall it. And here's the problem: when you look for Affinity Photo, instead of this software, this is my software. I fucking love it. I use it instead of GIMP for 1.5 years at this point. It doesn't really exist anymore. Instead, there is Affinity Canvas, which is some AI fucking garbage, bro. My absolute baby of a software was bought out by some fucking AI company. Brother, what the fuck? Why? And this really annoys me, because this was the software, bro. Affinity Photo was supposed to be different. You could have bought it out, the license to use it permanently, instead of a subscription with Photoshop. That's what made it different. It's a good software. I really like it. I used it, for years. And then I discovered that it's bought by some fucking AI company that makes it free to use, which is fine. But damn, bro, nothing that squeezes your balls harder than discovering that the software about creativity is bought out by some fucking AI company. something that is the least fucking creative thing of that ever exists. And of course, there is some kind of subscription system now, awesome, that allows you to generate images. So like, Jesus. And all the old users that had these two programs bought out before, like Affinity Photo 1 and Affinity Photo 2, got completely locked out of any bonuses for supporting the company for years, which is, I mean, it's not required, but guys, what the fuck? You have to make a completely new account to even use the new like software, and it was kind of annoying to try and find the old software back. And so yeah, that's just another great thing that happened on 2026, discovering that the program you use for creativity is bought out by some fucking AI company. God, I hope that never happens with DaVinci Resolve. That's my another baby. I don't want it to be sold out. But yeah, going back to videos that are gonna be appearing on the channel. I have no fucking clue what will appear on the channel. Because let's think about what I have recorded right now. We are at episode 7 of Neon White, episode 5 of Departed Away, episode 5 of Ring of Pain, and like episode 2 of Forest of Strays. So I have a lot of series finished at this point, and I think I'm gonna focus on that first. I also have Valentine's special recorded, so that might appear from time to time, be instead of Departed Away in the future, because Departed Away requires Kakibro to record some lines, and I'll be honest, it's fucking annoying to to work with that. Like, you have to edit the dialogue, and then I have to send it to Kakibro. Then Kakibro has to record the lines, send it back to me. Then I have to edit the lines back into the video and make it sound decent. By it's not being like, "What do you mean, need healer? What do you want to talk about?" Oh, that's what you want to talk about. You know, having to remove like a big pause after every dialogue, which does take some time. It's just mundane work that is kind of annoying. So I would prefer to work with something else. Neon White is gonna be appearing every week, I think. I really don't want this series to stop, because I have everything recorded up to the final day. Like, the base game is fully recorded. I only have to, like, work with... only have to do the bonus stuff, like the gifts giving, and maybe I'm gonna make like one more video about Neon White Rush. White Rush, sorry. Because I think that like that could be a fun video. Oh, you don't know what Rush could be if you're watching the series. Whatever. But yeah, I want to like record Neon Rush White... what the fuck am I saying? White Rush Hell mode. Like, I wanna record that instead of just doing that in the background, because I think like that could be a fun little recording. Although I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that in like one session or multiple. So yeah, that's basically all the stuff. Kind of fucking sucks that my PC broke down in the middle of like pretty good days, I think. Because February is Valentine's, then March is anniversary of the channel, then April is, of course, like a birthday of Dio and Prima Aprilis, so having something suddenly to make videos again, and when it's 23rd of motherfucking March, it's kind of difficult, because I don't know what to do. There's so much stuff on my head, and I don't know if I should go back and add some Valentine's, then add some bonus for the anniversary, or just skip that completely and just upload them as regular videos. And then there is like other content that I wanted to make for years. There's 2 series that are in the freezer since 2024 that was supposed to make a bonus episodes for, kind of like the bonus 2 episodes in Long Live the Queen, if you remember something like that. Like, I wanted to make something like that for 2 series, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till I get better, and then I'm gonna record these. Never got fucking better, bro. Got pranked, though. And then there's like the last episode of Curse of the Dead Gods about going to the final temple. And that's also in the freezer because I want to be healthy, be able to talk for an hour without worrying about anything going wrong. Because that's how long the runs take there. So yeah, I don't know if that's gonna appear before 2027 or if that series is gonna legit wait till 2027 with all the bonuses as well. But yeah, that's update about what happened to my PC. Update what happened, what's going on with my health. Update about the series on the channel that are gonna be appearing. Right now, there is just one big question mark. I kind of don't want to upload the part of the way after playing it for a second time. I'm not gonna talk about this too much right now, but I can say that the game really disappointed me in its content. It was kind of the opposite of Milky Way Prince, I can say. Well, in Milky Way Prince, it felt like every decision somehow mattered, even if it was really small and it didn't seem like it had any impact on the game. It actually changed dialogue and could change your ending completely. Meanwhile, in the part of the way, it's like, I choose this. Okay, this ending is sick. I choose this. Oh, it's the same ending. Oh, everything is the same. Nothing changed. The story is exactly the same. What the fuck? So yeah, even at a playthrough 2, I'm almost like feeling exhausted by the game. And I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna be recording like playthrough 3 plus. Because it feels like I should just speedrun the game to try and find something more exciting. Despite that being the case for like Endless Monday in episode like 18 or 19, where I did something like that, even comparable. So, you know, that's not really fun. But yeah, hope you're waiting for the coming videos. I hope they're gonna be fun. Is there gonna be any special episodes in the near future? Not sure. But there's still like 12 videos coming up. And I hope you're ready. Bye-bye. Boys. We're so back. Damn, that spilled everywhere. Oh, damn. Oh, that was a bad idea. I mean, it's not gonna be a bad idea in a second. Yep, this goes into the bonus. Yep, 100%. Stay fabulous.